Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection. So today we have a lot to talk about, and we have Lord Mahay leading. I'm sorry, my voice gets funny after I've talked all day, and hopefully we're going to be not too horsey. So anyway, let's do this. Let's spray with the cosmic thrust, cleanse, and clear all of the junk out of our aura. And then one drop of cosmic thrust, because we have a lot to do today. And we rub our hands together. Bring it into your energy field. Cup your hands together. And just breathe that in, that wonderful aroma that connects you, heaven and earth, and connects us through time and space. Okay. So we want to talk today about duality. And we have, Lord Mahay leading, but we have Saint Germain, who's always here lately, and of course, Lord Katumi and Lady Portia, because we really want to talk about how when we think we know the truth and you tell someone else that you know the truth and that their truth is askew, that they don't have the truth, then you polarize one another and you fall back into duality, which is 3D. So when you are trying to argue your point through words, you fall back into duality. That may be hard to understand because you think you're right? But as we know, my right and another one's right is not the same. So what is it? And as we talked about last week, it's that heart hum. That is the truth. Not what's in your head, not what's in your mind, and not what someone told you. None of that is truth. And if we need to make the other guy know, and why don't they understand, then you're in duality. And we need you not to be in duality. We need you to be the light seed that you are. All a light seed does, just like with conscious use of power, is we be the light. And by being the light and quieting our ego, there it is, that truth. And we're no longer in duality. It's not truth. Maybe I'm going to rephrase that. They just yelled in my ear. It's knowing. It's knowing, but it's not knowing like up here. It's knowing here in your heart. And you can't really explain that. Here's the problem. Well, I don't know if I'll call it a problem, but the rub, I will say the rub. That a person who is in duality, who thinks they know the truth, think that they are in knowing. But they are not. And one day they will know the difference, to know that one kind of knowing is the ego saying so, and the other kind of knowing is the heart allowing so. So when you feel yourself in duality, because we know we are all one, but those are just words. They don't have meaning unless you feel them in your heart, unless you know in your heart that you're connected to the best of the best and the worst of the worst. And that's okay. And that's just fine. Because our job is to help those that are not lit to light up. And the only way you can shift consciousness is through light, not through words, not through thoughts, but through light, through that. I call it the hum because that's how I experience it, like a hum. So you want to really, really practice on just oming your way through life. Ohm your way through life. You know, if someone trips me up, I go, ooh, why did they do that? I'll just kind of like ohm myself back into the hum. Or sometimes I'll just go blah, 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 and go back into the hum. The more you practice being in the light, the stronger the sound of love gets. The more you feel that energy inside your body, the more your mind stays quiet. Just like with conscious use of power. When we bring that light in, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you know? And then usually the conflict will flip also. The conflict will shift for you. So it's very important that you be the light. Don't fall into 3D duality. Don't try to convince someone. Don't tell them anything. Just shine. Shine your light for all to feel and for all to see that you are the light. So let's do it together. So I'm going to get my ascension oil. I'm going to put that on my finger, rub it onto my third eye. Yeah. I grabbed the wrong cap anyway. There we go. All right. Leading by Lord Lanto again. Okay. I love Lord Lanto. And he's usually really giggly. And sometimes I get giggly when I hang out with him. And Lord Kutumi starts laughing. He's like, yeah, he has that effect on you. He's such a bubble of love. It's amazing. Lord Lanto was Confucius's teacher. Very ancient old soul, one of the oldest and most ancient souls that we have hanging around here. So you want to bring that gold light in from source. And it comes in through the top of your head. And it feels good. It feels yummy. And you let it come down the front of you. And you feel it go all the way down, just saturating every cell, every pore, every part of your body. And you bring it down past your knees and into your feet and out your feet and into the earth. And the mother grabs onto that golden lariat. And she says, hello. So good you came. So glad you chose to be a light seed on this planet and help shift the vibration of the earth and humanity. And mostly yourself. And we bring that light around the grid. And we're well fastened and grounded to the earth because this is a ride. This is a ride you're on. You better buckle up. And you bring that light back up the back of you, the yin side, with the mother essence in it. And it comes back to source. And you bring it around and around and around. And you just create that orbit inside of you. And that orbit feels good because now you're connected to heaven and earth. And now I always say I'm Bobo the Clown. You can knock me, you sock me, but you can't knock me down. Because you sway and you move with what occurs in life, but with your orbit on, you stay grounded. When I was a kid, I was taught how to deal with very dark energies. And one time there was this teacher, and he said to me, I'm going to bring in negative energies, and your job is to hold the light. So he brings in this thing, and I go, which was not holding the light. takes it down, looks at me and goes, we're going to do this all night till you get it right. When you are confronted, you go, you see, you hold that ground, you hold that light. You don't let fear bring you into the dark. You hold that. So when you disagree with someone, it's the same thing. Come on. Let's have some light. And that's how you do it. And that's how you change the world. So we bring that light. I told you Lord Lonto was noisy. We bring that light into the well of the mother. And we feel that oneness with the earth. And we feel that groundedness within ourselves. We feel strong. The more you do it, stronger you get. And then you bring it up into your root aura, and you allow that root aura to just be filled with light, so that all the old duality patterns in your DNA are melted away, and the strands separate themselves, slowly unwinding, unraveling into 12-strand crystalline DNA. Not that carbon mush we got going now. The light threads. And we bring it up into our sacral aura. And we dissolve all of the dogma, all of the duality. Everything that's in our pea-picking brains has to stop. How do you stop it? With the light. The only way to shift consciousness is through your heart, not your mind. And we bring it up to conscious use of power on your spleen. And we feel our egos quiet and content as we fill them with light. And our solar plexus radiates out that golden loving light to the connective consciousness, so that they can also feel love and feel happiness. And then we bring it up to the empathic shield, the atomizer of emotion. And the emotion we want to atomize is love, not judgment. Because the more we work on that empathic ability, the kinder and compassionate more and more we get and humanity gets. And this is how we help one another. And then you bring it into your heart. And there you are. You're a little Johnny Lightseed, radiating that love to all the world. And you bring it to your conscious intention. And every thought, every part of you is compassionate, loving, and kind. And this is how you train yourself to be more and more and more light, until it shows up in your throat, in who you are, in what you're doing and seeing and saying. It becomes that light. It's not a judgment. It's not a thought pattern. It's just love. And your third eye recognizes you as that light seed, as doing this work to shed the duality, to shed the veil of duality once and for all, forever. That's why we're here now. Otherwise, we could have been born in a much easier place than this. This is kind of low on the totem pole. So we have a good job to do. And we radiate that light through our third eye for others to see, and our crown beaming, shining, tall, brilliant. And the more understanding we get from being an empath, the more love, kindness, and compassion we express, the more that telepathic knowledge starts ringing. And we share through our hearts with humanity, not our minds. So this is our job as light seeds. And we bring that golden light out 18 inches into our aura to create the shield that also protects you on all sides. And now you have your own built-in TV camera to understand others who don't understand, to send them light, and to teach yourself to be more loving and kind and not judgmental of others for whatever the reasons. Because we are all looking for love, and we all need love, kindness, and compassion. So wear your shield. Let others munch and crunch it. Your job is to keep your shields up 24/7, as much as you can. And let's get the job done. I love you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye.